Tonight, San Diego immigration attorneys are bracing for a tsunami of migrants seeking asylum at the U.S.-Mexico border. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Marcelo Lee.
I'm Jesse Pagan. The Biden administration is asking the Supreme Court to end asylum restrictions, but wants the court to wait until at least after Christmas. This is the latest move for the policy as some states try to extend it.
But as CBS 8's Regina Urita found out, the back and forth has attorneys here worried.
Title 42 has put a strain on millions of migrants hoping to seek asylum. While immigration attorneys and migrant advocates want the public health rule to be lifted, they are just as concerned that the Biden administration has yet to present a plan that could prepare for the possible influx of people coming to the border. Tensions continue to remain high for what could happen with Title 42 now that the Biden administration has asked the Supreme Court not to lift the limits before Christmas. But local immigration attorneys are already feeling the pressure because of the uncertainty.
It's almost like fighting a very serious case, an asylum case, in an environment that is the equivalent of traffic court. And so it happens very quickly, and this is what this population is going against.
Narciso Cruz Delgado, an immigration attorney, has taken cases where families have been directly deported back to the country they're fleeing because of Title 42. While he supports a lift on this rule, he fears a decision without a plan in place from the federal government could exacerbate immigration services even more.
It's very difficult for them to acquire a lawyer and for that lawyer to be available to take care of that case. These cases are lots of times life and death, and so whenever you're handling these cases, for a lawyer to be available and do something very quickly, it's almost impossible.
Conservative legislators have called Title 42 one of the critical tools agents use to secure the border. Migrants have been denied rights 2.5 million times since March on grounds of Title 42 to prevent the spread of COVID-19. But activists argue the restrictions have been a pretext for restricting migration.
They're fighting for a future in this country with very limited resources and with a system that has all the odds against them.
As the decision looms over the future of immigration, migrants are still being forced back to countries where they're suffering corruption and violence, which is why activists say they will continue to push for a policy that can ensure a new era at the border begins without chaos and protects immigrant rights. Regina Urita, CBS 8.